Hello and welcome to Beyond the Church Walls here in the studios of Whitewater Community Television. My name is Reverend Martell Winburn. I'm your program host for today. Our guest today is Miss
Rae Hunter.
Rae Hunter, amen. Rae Hunter is one of our local renowned gospel singers, and she has agreed to come and to share that lovely voice she has with our audience for today, amen. And she is going to be assisted by someone who I know as Reverend Bob Hunter, but she knows her as Daddy, amen. So Daddy is going to assist Rae on the keyboard today. And Rae, tell us a little about yourself. Where were you born? How did you get to Richmond?
Okay. Well, I was born in upstate New York. I came to Richmond with my parents. My mom used to work at Earlham College, and my dad also. And I grew up around a lot of music because of my dad, obviously, and my mom played piano too, so that's what brought me to Richmond. Right now I'm teaching, so.
So we could say that your father and his family kind of inspired you as far as...
Yes, definitely, yeah, musically, a lot.
Okay.
And also my mother inspired me musically. So.
Yeah, I knew your mother well, God rest her soul. Knew her very well, amen. And so Bob is going to assist you on the keyboard today. How are you doing, Brother Bob?
I'm doing great. It's a great day. Great to be alive. We're struggling as a country, but I'm hopeful nonetheless.
Okay. You have a song or two prepared for us today. What is it that you plan to share with us?
Well, the first song that I'm going to sing today is called Amazing Grace, which is a song everybody knows, but we're also going to switch it up a little bit and sing Amazing Grace with the tune of House of the Rising Sun.
So you're going to sing it two different ways?
We're going to sing it two different ways, yeah, and then a different way.
Oh, that's interesting. And Amazing Grace is one of my favorite songs. You know, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. That's my testimony for today. And that's the testimony for millions and millions of Christians around the world. Amazing Grace.
That's what appeals to me about the song, is that it has such a broad reach. It's been translated into so many different songs and done with many different genres of music.
And it's very appropriate just coming out of celebrating Juneteenth. If we could think about the writer, John Newton, of the song Amazing Grace. Can you aware of his background? And
a little bit. You want to?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. John Newton was a slave trader. He ran a slave boat and a fleet of boats that was bringing slaves from Africa to the New World. And later in his life, he began to get convicted about that. Now, what's interesting is that when he became a Christian, he was not discipled well. And so when he first became a Christian, he gave up smoking, he gave up drinking, he gave up running around and partying and all kinds of stuff, but he didn't give up the slave trade. He was in the slave trade for another decade before he became convicted of that, because he did not have the proper discipling. And so that's one of the lessons that I took when I work with college students on campus, that they need proper discipling in justice issues as well as in private issues of sin.
I read someplace, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I read someplace where John Newton, as the captain of a slave ship, after he was saved and born again and allowed the Lord to use him, and he penned the words of Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. But the melody that he used was the slave melody.
Yeah, that's That's told a lot, and the reason is because the song is in the pentatonic scale.
Yes.
And it uses
the black keys only.
The black keys on the keyboard.
What, 4 or 5?
Five keys. And so people, when they analyzed the song, they said that melody comes from Africa. That didn't come from the States. And so that's why they don't know specifically, but they do know that the melody doesn't sound like something he would have written. And so it's very likely he grabbed that melody from something, the moans down in the belly of the ship where people were in grave danger.
Yeah, I've heard people say that he wrote the song. So if we went to the Library of Congress, you'd see where, look up Amazing Grace, you'd see where John Newton wrote the song, but they would say melody unknown. The fact is that that melody was the slave melody.
Yeah, because of that pentatonic sound, yes, you get that.
Amen.
And you can, and that sound carried on into the development of gospel music in this country and led to even some of the various developments in jazz.
Well, Bob, could we say that most gospels...
And rock, yes.
And rock, yes. Okay, okay. So without further ado, Ray, we'll turn it over to you.
How sweet that sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Cause 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 'cause
Amen.
10,000 years, bright shining as the sun. We've known less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
Yeah. All right.
This is another song that's been recorded by many artists, everybody from Elvis to Mahalia Jackson. Just a closer walk with thee, granted Jesus, if you please, daily walking close to thee, let it be, oh dear Lord, let it be. But thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all harm. Have you satisfied as long as you walk? Let me walk, Lord, with thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus, if you please, daily walking close to thee, let it be, oh dear Lord, let it be. Oh, through a world of toils and snares, if I fall, oh Lord, who cares? Upon the only thing he shares. Oh, let me walk, Lord, let me walk, Lord, with thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus, if you please, daily walking close to thee, let it be, oh dear Lord, let it be.
thank you, Rae, for allowing the Lord to use you in such a mighty way.
Well,
You have such a wonderful voice.
thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Hope you'll come back with us sometime in the near future. Yeah. Bob, before we close out, can you play a little something for us?
Sure.
I appreciate it.
Let me switch up the.
Now, the Lord has blessed you two in a mighty way. Is there anyone else in the family that sings or plays?
Well,
I know your daddy was a preacher.
he was a preacher. My dad played guitar.
Yeah.
And that's something that didn't pass down until Rae started playing guitar. And so she's been playing guitar for the last, couple of years? And the ukulele before that. Mm-hmm. So, and she's developing. My dad loved country and western music. It's kind of interesting.
I think you kind of like country and western music also.
I do. Yeah.
My wife does also.
Yeah, she's picked up some of that and has done some of that in the local area. Mm-hmm. We together play together, and Mononymous Rae is her country western and sort of
band name.
Her band name. Yeah, our band. She got me a Mononymous Rae T-shirt, so I wear that sometimes.
Well, does any of your siblings play or sing?
Well, not too many of them. My sister used to sing with us when we were very young. We would sing together in a chorus or two, but she hasn't done much singing over the years. I have a niece that's quite a singer, Cece. She's the daughter of my stepdaughter of my brother. And so that's been exciting to see that. Daniel, not Daniel, my son. I have a son named Daniel, but I have a brother named Daniel as well, and Cece can sing. She can sing. She's got some Facebook posts and whatnot, so that carried on there. But the rest of my family are not musical artists. They're artists in other ways. My sister is quite good at paints, the artistic the medium of that sort. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rae, we were very anxious to have you on the show. I've heard you sing before. And I know how well that you do sing, and I know that I enjoyed your selections.
Well, thank you very much.
And I know that members of our congregation or audience enjoyed them also. Amen.
Now, Rae is a songwriter as well, and she has quite a few songs that she's written. Because she's a teacher, she's written some educational songs. So she has one called Orion, which is about the stars, the constellation,
the
constellation Orion, and the constellations around it. There's one called Canis Major and Canis Minor, and she's worked that into, two dogs can't be any finer. And so she's quite a songwriter.
She's a very talented young lady.
She is, yeah.
Amen.
Anonymous Rae.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here, and I love sharing my music with whoever I can. So.
And I know you have a good heart. Your father has a good heart. Your mother was a wonderful person. And Daniel, I used to call Daniel my barefoot boy. When he went to Earlham, he went barefooted a lot, And I used to tease him and call him my barefoot boy. My wife just adores your son and your brother. Yeah. And she says that that's like her third son. Yeah. And I was telling your dad, I said, if you ever say anything negative against Daniel, you're in trouble with my wife, Jill. Amen. She take Daniel's part very quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that was when she was working in the post office.
Yeah.
And Daniel would come down.
She directed the post office.
And Daniel was quite good at ministering and building friendships with the people who worked at the school. Sometimes students would treat the workers and the post office workers and whatnot as kind of part of the furniture. And he was very much into let's all be a community, let's build a bigger community. And that comes from his mother, who was quite a person who Carol, wanted to build a community of people. And no matter who you were important to her. And Daniel picked that up, and Rae did too. They both have picked that up, that this kind of treatment of people, mistreatment of people, is just wrong. And so I think that's where Jill and some of the other workers just picked that up from Daniel. He exhibited that quality.
Well, Rae, you let me know. Keep me informed when you're ready to come back on the show.
All right, I will.
And we would love to have you back, along with your sidekick over there.
Yeah, well, I don't go any places without him, so.
Okay.
Yeah, next time we might bring her guitar if we could hook that up. That's a little trickier to hook up.
Yeah,
so that's why
that's
we
a good suggestion.
Try it this time.
Okay. So we thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you enjoyed the show that we had for you today, and we will look forward to seeing you on next week. So until then, may God be with you until